Yeah.
What's funny comedy?
Big ups to all the greatest comics. Today we paying homage. Red cup, sunglasses, and the latest garments. Big laughter and deep convo. Talk shit, but we keep it hundo. Big city like a beef combo with peppers. House music and Uncle Steppers. Cussing aunties, ripping stages to running companies. We on the grind, nothing comfy. I got time if you wanna front me. Mindy B, Sean Morgan, KB. Legendary shit like Fields and KG. Major platforms, we airing in HD. New comics and some my season is Bay Leaf. Gotta know the vibe, Chicago is State Street. Platform where ghetto, blessings and grace meet. Peace.
What's funny today? I can tell that my people got something to say. I don't care if you hate, I'm stunned anyway.
What's funny today show?
I'm a stun anyway, yeah. What's funny today? I can tell that my people got something to say. I don't care if you hate, I'm stunned anyway.
What's funny today show?
I'm stunned anyway.
Not a dry eye in the building right now.
That's the real rich.
Yes.
That's the real rich.
That's the real
That's
rich.
the real rich. For sure.
That's tough.
For sure.
I don't know where we go right now.
Thank you for
I
that.
love that. I love that.
I'm sorry about that,
No,
guys.
let's sit in it.
I'm just listening to him,
Let's sit in
and he said, you know, keep God first.
Yeah, because I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
We were talking about
that?
what you was giving the game on, like what not to fall for, and I'm piggybacking off of what you said. Keep God first, stay focused, keep swinging, and I would say end it with what? Don't fall for what? What can you speak to on that level? Don't fall for this. It looks good, but don't fall for that.
Anything that comes too easy, too quick, too fast.
There you go. That's it.
You know, because
That's it.
you still, at the end of the day, have to put in the work.
Yeah.
I noticed over the years, it gets a point in your life where you can no longer cheat on the test. You're going to have to eventually know something, especially the craft in which you're in. Because I'm a student of this game, yeah, I feel that's why I've been able to do some great things. You know, it didn't happen overnight. Yes, you get people that you know, slip through the cracks. And you could say, oh, well, he made it right away. Okay, but you can't go off of that. She made it. She slept her way to the top. Okay, but yeah, that fame is going to last 5 minutes. And I understand that social media has made it to a point where it looks like you don't have to have talent anymore. And you can just blow up. And that is true. There's some unfunny, non-talented motherfuckers on here with 100 million followers. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. This shit is really allowing people to lie their way to the top. But that's okay. I never said, then I'm going to go down to that. No, talent, loving the Lord, loving my family is what got me here. Now, don't get me wrong. I use this thing as a tool. It's an incredible tool. When I started seeing people that weren't funny, I was like, nigga, wait till they get a load of me. No, nigga. I'm real. Like a nigga said, man, I didn't know. He goes, hey, man, came up to me after the show. He's like, man, I'm only 35 years old. Man, you really funny. I said, how old are you, 35? I said, yeah. I said, nigga, I've been funny your whole life. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? Let the church say amen. Amen. And then guess what he said after that? He goes, can I just ask you an honest question? I'm like, yeah, man. He goes, you know, I'm a young generation, and I follow you. I've been following you on Instagram for years, and I just want to ask you, why you ain't got that blue check? Why you ain't verified? You know what I told him? I said, because I'm verified in real life.
Listen.
I said, I didn't need a blue check to verify me. I said, the only check I'm worried about is the one I'm cashing after this show.
Okay,
so that's funny to me, because this new generation, he really asked me that question. Why you ain't verified? I'm like, nigga, did you not hear me say I've been funny your whole life?
Right.
Can I speak to your love for music? And I know this is comedy
hip-hop
podcast, right? But there's also a parallel when you talk about comedians and artists.
Yeah.
Right? And you opening up the Up and Smoke tour and being in front of 30,000 for what, 40, 50 cities?
49 cities.
Right?
It was the biggest tour in hip-hop history at one time.
And you were the first to do that.
Absolutely.
I love that. Like, you have a lot of firsts on your resume.
Yeah.
But me, I get a lot of slack a lot of times for just having quote unquote East Coast bias, because that's what you know, the Raekwons of the world. The
But you're from here.
I'm from the
Okay, gotcha.
Right. the joint with Nori, right? That was
Nothing.
Nothing.
Homeboy,
Nothing.
I came to party.
You know what I mean?
Your girl was looking at me. Peaches, Tatalicious.
Right?
Tatalicious. Boy, that shit made me famous. All right.
So that was, Nori's coming out party, right?
Yeah.
That
Shout
was,
out to Pharrell too, because that was one of his first
that was
big
one of
hits.
his first joints.
And
Right?
I had no idea what I was a part of. I was just a little funny nigga showing up for a video one day. I had no idea that was gonna be Song of the Year. I didn't know Pharrell was about to be this huge producer. I didn't know me going in that video was gonna make me famous. That's how I met Michael Jordan. Coming to here, Chicago, for one of Antoine Walker's weekends, and never met Michael Jordan. He saw me, the first thing he said was, Tatalicious. Tatalicious. I was like, nigga, give me a hug. Jordan knew me from that goddamn
crazy.
Nori video.
I wanted to ask you though, right? In all of that, why don't we see comedians doing comedy albums anymore?
Because albums are pretty much done. I hate to say it. And this new, remember at one time that was huge.
Yeah.
Right? That was before this thing called the internet. Think about it, from the greats, whether it was Bob Hope to Bill Cosby to Richard Pryor to Eddie Murphy, they all had albums. But remember, that was before the internet. It's almost like saying why books don't sell anymore. Because you got everything on your phone. It's just a new generation. We're in a new world now.
Would you do one?
Yeah, I mean, shit, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like that shit wouldn't do shit.
Right.
Because niggas want to see you now. Remember, there wasn't that option back then.
Okay.
If you gave people, would you rather read a book or look at YouTube? What's the majority of the world gonna do?
But for comedy purists, there's or even music.
Oh,
purists,
don't get me
there's
wrong.
still people who will go buy.
No,
a
don't
record,
get me wrong. I do my Netflix special and they go, we also put out the book. We also do an album. I'm like, cool, do that also. The key word is also.
Also, yeah.
But it wouldn't be the focus and the only thing. Of course, as an artist, anyway, you can put some shit out and I can make extra money and it can sell. I'm down for it. But it's just the whole album thing is done now. You know what I mean? Yes, they're still there, but it's like, remember, you're also coming from a generation of albums. Yeah. You actually went into, Blockbuster Video. You actually went into Virgin Records and picked the vinyl and picked it. That's our old school generation now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But as far as hip hop and music and comedy, I had a lot to do with merging those two together over the years because I utilized all those things. You know what I mean? By being friends with all the rappers, being on all their albums, I was just a businessman at a young age, man.
Do you think
how can I get more rotation? How can I get out there more than just the stage, TV, and movies? I'm like, hop on these huge albums, do these huge. So it's almost like, just take that year. I don't know if you can Google it and find out whatever year that was, that Nori video, nothing came out. I wanted to say 2003, 4, something like that. Whatever it was, I knew that was the height of BET Rap City. That was the height of MTV Jams. That was the hype of and I was like, I know when I'm at home, I see a video come on 29 times a day.
Yeah.
If I can be in one of these videos, you're gonna see me as much as you hear that song.
Yes.
You was getting your social media on before social media.
Way before social media. So, man, I was famous in the streets. I'm selling out all over the country. Yeah, they knew me from TV shows and movies, but that's the nigga from the Up and Smoke tour with Dr. Dre and Snoop. That's the nigga from the Nori video. That's the nigga on the 50 Cent album. That's the nigga. There was more ways to get my face and my brand out there.
And
so I utilized what I loved, and that was hip hop.
Yeah. So I know Mindy's gonna get ready and wrap us a little bit with her segment.
I'm sorry, how long we been here longer than I was supposed to?
We
rocking and
the
rolling.
rap is not the finish line. Don't you worry.
There we go.
we good.
Yeah.
Were you a female pimp, Mindy? Nigga, it is what it is.
She
You know what I'm
got,
saying?
Mindy got that, don't she?
Well, she sound like a little
She got that in the back.
light-skinned pimp.
I'm
Got that
Okay,
in the
Goldie.
back.
real chill.
But I can't have you, Alex, and with
You remind me a lot
well
of Lisa Ray,
connected.
too, by the way.
Okay, I'll
She's
take
not only
that.
my good friend, but she's from Chicago.
Chicago.
I'll take
yeah.
that.
And you
she
kind of
looks
remind me of
great.
her.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Shout out
okay.
to Lisa Ray.
Shout out to
For
Lisa.
some reason, I don't think you've ever been on a pole before. But anyway,
I missed it.
So some of that game that you've soaked up, let's share a little bit of it before we hop into Mindy's segment. So you're with Will doing the Fresh Prince, bro. Like iconic sitcom. During that period, like give us one thing, whether Will shared it with you, what you saw, what you experienced, but you could share with us, like, what's one of your biggest takeaways from that time that, again, you either gathered directly from him or just being in that space?
At that time, it was all new to me. So everything I soaked up, everything. I had never been on a dude. We just happened to be on the exact same stage as Different Strokes. 10, 15, I don't know if anybody old enough to remember Arnold and Willis and what you talking about. Okay, yeah.
Come on now.
Come on. I'm just checking. I don't know. Y'all niggas can be 22. I don't know.
That's good DNA.
I don't know where the fuck I'm at right now. No, but that was the same set of Different Strokes. So it was crazy. That was the first thing. The first day I got there, I was like, damn, this is what Arnold was. Yeah, Mr. Drummond was in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? So being around it every day, pulling up on Bob Hope Boulevard, going in the NBC studios, every day I learned something from meeting. You know what I love too about Fresh Prince is we always had cameos. So I was meeting all these people that I either grew up watching on TV and just seeing the behind the scenes work, being like in the war room. You know what I mean? I was writing on the show. I saw this shit develop. I saw this just moments in my life. I was like, wow, sometimes I had to pinch myself and be like, but again, here's what I didn't know. I tell people this all the time. I didn't realize the impact we were putting on the world. I didn't know this was going to one day be known as one of the biggest TV shows of all time. Nigga, we're all 24, 25 years old. I just came to work and got a check every week. You know what I mean? I didn't know that we were inspiring a whole generation. When I have people to come up to me and go, bruh, like, I didn't have a dad in my house. I didn't even know what it was. Like, a lot of black men, let's just take the 90s, for example, they had to turn on the TV to see what a father figure was. They had to watch the Cosby Show to see what a dad does. They had to watch Uncle Phil to be like, so when I heard lyrics like from J. Cole, first things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil, for real, you the only father that I ever knew, it kind of hit me and I got chills when I heard that. So I was like, damn, he's really being honest. Like, they watched us. I remember times being in the writer's room, a few times I had discrepancies with some of the white writers on the show, and Will would stand up for me. He was like, look, this guy's speaking kind of like on behalf of me. We're the same age. We love hip hop, even though he's from Philly, I'm from LA. I happen to have a dad in my house for real. And he happened to have a dad in his house for real. And sometimes the white guys will write things that Uncle Phil would say, and I'd be the guy in the room going, nah, a black dad, a black uncle wouldn't say that. And they would almost get upset with me. They'd be like, who the fuck are you? We wrote Different Strokes. We wrote Happy Days. Motherfucker, we wrote All in the Family. Who are you? I'm like, nigga that's his age with a daddy at my house. And if we're trying to make this organic and we're trying to make this real, this is what a dad would say. And that instantly gave me respect on the show. Because not only was I just writing jokes for him, I was really kind of like his voice in the writer's room. Like, we're trying to make this look real, right? You know, like, we all know our culture. Black daddy ain't going, what the fuck are you talking about, dad? Nigga, we'd be like, turn this station, this shit ain't real. Yep. Nigga, you would never talk back to your daddy like that. We're trying to make this as real as, you know what I mean? And I'm not taking all the credit at all. Because there were some super talented people. James Avery, rest in peace, who was one of my close friends. You know what I mean? Like, it just, that was kind of like my role on the show too. Not just because I was the only guy in that room. That can kind of, that's why Will liked me. Because you're funny, you get the culture, shit I would say, you know, and nothing against these brilliant, amazing white writers. But let's just be real. How can a 47-year-old white man say what this 22-year-old black dude would say? When the big booty chick walks in here and she's rocking Jordans and we talking about that KRS-One album. He doesn't know what.
He doesn't,
Don't get me wrong, he knows structure. He knows how to write a TV show. But what would that nigga say? That was me.
I gotta ask you, I'm sorry, Mindy.
Oh, you good.
But when we talking about the Fresh Prince, right? The scene where, and it to this day, I am a 47.
Just so you know, not to cut you off, but I have to say this before you say it.
You know where I'm going.
I don't know what you're gonna say, but I have to always be honest with people. I was the last 4 seasons, so I never met the dark skin at Viv.
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
I came in. My Aunt Viv was Daphne Maxwell Reed.
Okay.
I never. So people go, man, I like nigga. She must have stopped that week because the day I got there, I didn't meet her. Nigga, her locker was cleaned out. Nigga. You know what I mean? So when people ask me questions before that, I was the last 4 seasons.
So I don't remember what season this was, but when you talk about being a father and that scene,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
and his father more or less,
Why you don't want me?
why you don't love me, man?
Right.
Like I to this day, I still cry.
Well, I was there for that because that was towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
Who
stuff.
wrote that?
Well,
Or was
just,
that all
so,
impromptu?
So just so you know, whenever you see a TV show, there's like 8 or 9 of us. I mean, every show you ever watch. I don't care whether it was Moesha, Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or Mork and Mindy. There's 8 or 9 of us. So it's never just one person. I would never take that credit. I've had people go, so you the reason Will Smith money? No. I said, look at me like you look at Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's a great coach. It just happened to coach 2 of the greatest dudes of all time. That was Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Kobe Bean Bryant. He just ran into plays. And they had to do what they had to do. So I don't ever want people to think, nigga, Will's one of the funniest dudes on the planet. He gave him my start. I thank him every day. And he's a great friend and he's an incredible dude. You know what I mean? He just respected me and liked me enough to be like, nigga, what would you say? It's almost like I became writer/joke coach. Like we have a little inside joke over the years that like, just so you know, I don't know if anybody here has ever been to a live taping, TV taping.
I mean, well, this
Anybody?
We did
Yeah,
our
this
first
have,
thing. Yeah. This
No.
show.
Oh, but you never came in
not like
Moesha,
the
the Parkers,
Moesha,
Martin.
we don't have that in Chicago.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, that privilege.
So long story short, there you go. So long story short, pretty much every TV show you guys grew up on and you all watched, those are all live TV tapings.
Yeah.
And every time you do a scene, you do it about 2 or 3 times. Just to make sure cameras are right, sound, da-da-da-da-da. And Will would kind of always save my lines and save like my certain cuts to the end and be the last cut. So for example, live audience. Oh, by the way, D.L. Hughley, he was the warm-up comedian on Fresh Prince back then.
Fire.
He was just a young comedian in the audience. You never saw him. Getting the audience
And that's
hyped
a
up.
check. That's
Get
a
'em
check.
right.
you give
Nigga,
for that.
a huge check.
Yeah.
I did that for 20 years. But I did we don't want to get into that. I did Moesha,
Cut me
the
in,
Parkers, I did Living Single, I did One-on-One, I did My Wife and Kids. I was the black warm-up
Warm-up
king for
guy.
years. That's a whole nother thing, but yeah, a lot of money. Right. So D.L. was the warm-up comedian back then. But so in a live taping, you do each take about maybe 3 times. And Will would always, all right, ready, and action. You do you get the live laughs. Real funny shit, right? Right? And then we're like, okay, we're gonna do one more. So we would always save the one more for like, now we got what the studio needs. We got what NBC wants and da-da-da-da.
Now we gonna get my
Now
shit.
let's go for that one that's gonna make niggas pee in their pants and run down the hallways. So y'all ready? Okay.
Yeah.
And action. Do the scene that niggas falling out, running down it, and Will would always stand in front of the audience, go, Alex Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Thomas, I'd be like, oh, hey, hi. It's like, he gave me chills kind of talking about that, but he would always acknowledge, not knocking those dudes at all, because they're very funny, but it's, as comedians,
That's dope.
it's like us all doing the dozens. Yo, you thought that was funny, nigga. Wait till you hear the shit I'm about to talk about your mama. They chuckled at yours. Niggas gonna run in the street and maybe get hit by a car when they laugh. You get what I'm saying? So I would always have that punchline that made that scene, and that just happens to be a lot of time. The shit, nigga, the episode with da-da-da-da-da-da. If I could only go, you know what the nigga said before that? Yeah, I'm the one that said, say da-da-da-da-da. And Will, when you do it, take Carlton's hand, da-da-da, and then go walk da-da-da, and then give the da-da-da to Uncle Phil. It's almost like I was quarterbacking, and when Uncle Phil walks in the kitchen, that shit on the counter, da-da-da-da, and be like, what the hell is it? So I was always good at physical comedy too. It may be something that was physical that was not in the script. You might go, that scene when Will took a Pepsi and he threw the Pepsi in Carlton's face. You're like, was that on the script? No, nigga, it was me telling Will, nigga, throw the Pepsi in his face, nigga. That's the shit you remember 20 years later.
Right.
That's
So
dope.
not taking all the credit, but I'm just
I
kind of giving
love
y'all
it.
insight on
Man.
One more
who
before
the
we ride.
fuck
'cause
I
we just-
am. No, just-
No.
I know this is different because
Yeah.
Jamie's more your class.
Yeah.
But during that period, give us a similar sort of thing, whether it's from Jamie, whether it was just from that space, a huge takeaway from that time with the Jamie Foxx
Jamie
Show.
was completely different. The difference between Jamie is now I'm an actor. Now I'm on the TV show. With Fresh Prince, I was never on it. I was just writing it.
Gotcha.
So now I'm on these TV shows. And now I have the respect of Jamie. Jamie knows I'm a funny comedian, and we bounced off of each other. Like, people will go, man, I saw so many episodes. Like, that shit couldn't have been in the script. When you did it and Fancy did it, and then a mouse walked in and did it, like, nigga, we were freestyling like a motherfucker. But still the script. Because remember, you're acting with other people. But him being one of the funniest guys on the planet, he'd be like, nigga, when I walk in, do-do-do-do-do, and then you do-do-do-do, I got you. And action, you know what I mean? So we would just, comics, brilliant minds think alike. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was what Jamie and I, the chemistry that we had on that show.
Gotcha.
I love it. All right, y'all, let's get ready for some Mindy on the beat, but inside the mind of Mr. Alex Thomas. All right? Real quick, I'm gonna keep it brief because we ran a long time that we enjoy.
I'm sorry.
We enjoying ourselves.
Okay.
We sorry. We holding you.
You ain't holding me
You're
up.
not holding us. We
Hey,
holding
can I say
you.
something? Can I keep it real?
Yes.
I ain't got shit to do to showtime. It is 2 degrees outside. I ain't got shit
And the
to do
snow that start
to
falling
showtime.
and everything.
You got me on
All
a good
right.
day, bro.
All right, so
I'm having fun of y'all.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I'm just checking.
I'm making sure
Y'all
they
need
okay
anything?
with this
I'm acting like
side.
it's my show.
So, Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
I don't drink sodas.
Okay, all right. Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram is funny because I'm on Instagram all day, every day, and I'll say Facebook. My great grandmama's on Facebook. She is 97. Talking about, you got to follow me. You know, so I'm very rarely on Facebook.
Is it a hoodie or is it a sweatshirt?
You know what? I love them both because I realize hoodies not only depending on where you live.
Yeah.
This shit's essential.
Yes.
I'm in Chi-Town right now. If I don't cover my ears, I won't be able to hear tonight, nigga. You know what I mean? So I like them both, but if I had to pick between the both, I still love hoodies.
Absolutely. So if you want to go to dinner with a comedian, who do you want to go to dinner with?
Dead or alive? Because that's a real tough question because I'm going to be real. They took me to I want to go to dinner with right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
You know what I mean? I already had a sandwich with that nigga before.
Let's go dead or alive.
Oh, well.
Let's go dead or alive.
Richard Pryor, rest in peace.
Okay.
If that nigga said we just gonna sit here an hour, we probably end up sitting there for 2 hours. Just me being a student of the game and wanting to just soak up all the knowledge and just him away from the stage and him just being him, I would have loved that.
Okay, now we got to go alive then.
Say it again.
Now we got to do alive.
Alive. You know who I'd want to sit down with? Just to pick his brain from his side, and I never met him, Jerry Seinfeld.
Ooh.
Seinfeld is one of the funniest, and I've always been a fan. I know a lot of black people are like, oh, he like them white people. No, I love my people. You see, I'm bliggity black. Black is black in me. I loved.
I get it, though.
I feel like, I get to go back to sports. I feel like, I know you heard the stories about how Michael Jordan, like Kobe would pick Michael Jordan's brain. Shaq would pick Akeem Olajuwon's brain. Like, dude, I've watched you do that post move 1 billion times. I saw you score 40 against such and such that day. Am I not? Is it my right foot that I'm not? And he's a pro himself. He already got 100 million. He's still like, is it the elbow that you? Is it my finger roll? It's fucked up. Like, I wanna learn. So with that being said, I feel like I got the black comedy thing down.
Yeah.
I want to hear from that super pearly white mayonnaise liquid paper white point of view.
Listen,
And that's why I want to
I'm
sit
loving
down
that.
and have a bagel with Jerry Seinfeld.
let's keep it on. Let's keep
Does
it
that
on.
make sense?
That
Yes,
make
it
perfect
does.
sense,
Okay.
bro.
Let's keep it on sports, and I'm gonna steal from Media
I'm a sports
Mind.
fanatic too, by the way.
Let's,
Oh, we can do it.
Oh, nigga, we
Media
decided
Mind might
we
be
can
on
sit here
that
2
long.
hours just
We can
on
get
sports.
into
Did
it.
that.
So who's the real GOAT, Jordan or LeBron?
I'm gonna be real with you. Jordan is the GOAT.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you my list, to be honest. Just in my top 2, my top 3. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Come on with
I
it.
think it's Michael Jordan number 1, Kobe Bryant number 2, LeBron number 3. People
like
can hate
that.
me, they can be mad all they want.
I second this.
I am not a guy that just goes off of statistics, dude. I know the rest of the world does, but I see the good in. I don't want to say bad because there was nothing bad about any of those dudes. But what I appreciate about LeBron, and not just because I'm a Laker fan, is that he's played the game longer than anybody. Let's just be real. First of all, Kobe was second as far as that. Right now, we're just talking about time.
Just talking about time.
Rest in peace. 20 years.
Yes.
What I love about Kobe, more than anything, not just because I'm from LA, he stayed with the same damn team. Good, the bad. It's almost like a marriage. Just because you have an argument, you want a divorce, just because y'all didn't agree, it's over. One thing I know for a fact about my generation, the Michael Jordans, the Magic Johnsons, the Larry Birds, the Ernest Gilmores, I go further back. No one ever said, shit, we can't beat the Celtics, so I'm just going to go join them.
Yeah.
Magic would have never said, man, I'm sick of Michael beating up. Can I play with him? No, you thugged it out, tried to get better, and I feel like that's the only smudge against LeBron, how he hopped around from team to team to team to get it. But if you ask him, he'll say, well, my generation was different. This is how we did it.
Yeah.
We didn't do it like them back in the day. But LeBron's one of the greatest of all time. I just think he's number 3. And Kobe's number 2. And Michael Jordan's number 1. And that's just my opinion. You can hate me.
Let's talk
Good
about that
friends.
off camera too. I always tell people,
All right.
if I was super rich, I would not spend my entire
You would not
career
what?
in Cleveland.
Say it again.
I said, if I'm super rich, accomplished, cold, if I'm LeBron James, just now with what we know, right? I'm not going to live in Cleveland my whole career.
I get it.
Right? Like at the end of if I got that
So
ability.
you're saying that's your reason to bounce and go somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
And how we live today, LA, like LA didn't have no great team. He didn't have to go to LA.
Right.
But man, I love to live in LA.
All right, but
And
everybody
be
on the
making 50
planet wants to come to LA.
Absolutely.
That's why people end up being in LA.
So I don't take that knock. Like Jordan spent his whole career in Chicago.
I mean, and then at the end he
but
went to
it's
Washington, but we don't
But
count
still
that.
in Chicago, it's the
Right.
shot.
No,
That's a
exactly.
great place to live.
Right.
I don't want to go off, but let's talk about that off camera.
You got more?
I'm gonna do one more. I'm just gonna do one
You see
more.
how everything we say could be, I
That's
can
what I'm
break
saying.
it down for another
That's what
hour.
I'm saying. Since you got time,
Next
we're gonna
time
do
I
that.
come, let's just do all sports.
Do that.
No, I'm not bullshit.
No,
We with it. We
Nigga,
with it.
and I'm
We
coming
with it.
in a purple
And
and
Sean
gold
with it, so
uniform, nigga.
let's do
Let me
it.
Because
tell
I'm
you.
LA everything. Dodgers, Lakers, Kings. I'm LA 24/7, 365, twice on Sunday.
So let me tell you, it's on that type of time, and
Yeah.
we'll sit with medium mom.
I know that she gets
Let
real
me
black
tell
when she
you.
gets loud. On that type of time, nigga. She went from cute to a motherfucking gangster. On that type of time, nigga.
Alex, you be making me switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. I know you got a gun in your purse, but finish what you were saying.
All right, I'm gonna jump over to music now.
Okay.
Singer or a rapper that's not talked about enough today. And then I'm gonna ask you, before you go on stage, if you play music, what would you pop in?
Oh, what would I be if I was a musician?
No, what would you play if you getting ready to go on stage, amp yourself up?
Oh, like what's my theme music?
What would you?
Oh, well,
you
just
get
right now,
yourself up?
anything Kendrick Lamar.
Hey,
Not just because he's that
We about to fight, bro. But go ahead, though.
nigga. I'm not just because I'm West Coast. That nigga is incredible.
Listen.
cold.
I followed his entire career. I'm not a latch on it. Yeah, obviously, everybody knows me, knows my journey, and obviously Snoop is a god to me. Not just because he's my friend. A nigga was original, still fly, relevant to this day. Timeless music. You'll be 89. 90-year-old white woman knows gin and juice, and bitches ain't shit but hoes and truths. You get what I'm saying? But not just because I'm West Coast, because that's another thing you brought up. And I was trying that because if I brought it up, we would have went 30 minutes in a different direction. I'm gonna try to say it as quick as possible. I was one of those dudes that love hip hop so much, even though I was from the West Coast. I used to get in arguments and fights in the 90s and the early 2000s because I loved other shit also. A lot of cats would be like, man, you from LA? You showing up? No, nigga, I'm a real hip hop fan. I could talk, as much as I could talk about Ice Cube, NWA, and the East Siders, I could also talk about Bushwick Bill, Crucial Conflict, KRS-One, Eric B. and Rakim.
That's why I fuck with you.
Bump J, nigga. I could talk about
Let's
I'm a real hip hop fan.
Let's go.
Like nigga, I don't limit it just, and I used to get in fights because of it. I was that dude that loved Busta Rhymes Times in the 90s. I'm that nigga that loved, just everything that came by Channel Live. Nigga, I could just keep going. It wasn't just I'm from LA, so I should only like MC8. No, nigga. I was a hip hop head, and to this day, I'm the same way.
Shout out to MC8. That's my man.
Yeah. So I just love hip hop.
Yeah.
Yes, I happen to be from LA, but I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I never was that
Them
dude.
niggas right there?
I'm gonna talk
Did you trip out when I said bump, Jay? But
Shout out to Bump.
I love
My
I used
man.
to come here and then he disappeared. But for a while, I took a nap.
I'm gonna toss it back to my man KB for the Mount Rushmore, man. He comes up with the best Mount Rushmore questions, and sometimes he could twist it and turn it like I can't. So come
All
on.
right, so we getting ready to bounce, man.
We gonna bounce.
We appreciate you,
Thanks for
brother,
having me, man.
Let's give Alex one more round of applause, man. Really appreciate you, bro, pulling up. So
You're going to get a lot of great sound clips out of this one.
yeah, so it's a lot here. It's a lot
Go
here.
crazy.
So I generally will talk about the Mount Rushmores. We kind of know who those players are. But given that you've been in the game so long and seen so many comedians over the years that maybe the general public doesn't know, I'm more interested in 4 people you would like to put on your Mount Rushmore that maybe don't get the credit or maybe didn't have the national claim that when people check this out, they're like, damn, I'm not really hip. And then hopefully hit YouTube up or something like that to go check some of these out. So 4 people that you think are beasts, but never really got to a level where, they're Bernie, Richard, this, that. 4 of those.
Talk about over the years.
Over the years.
Yeah, you're not just talking about now.
No.
We don't have to do that.
Over the years. 4 people you want to shout out and put on a.
Well, one that was a beast, and every name that you mentioned, they would go, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One of the coldest to ever do it, and should have got more praise, and that is Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
One of the funniest, and he was one of the young guys that took me under his wings when I was a young comic. He was the first dude to take me on the road. When I was a comic that just did little 200-seat comedy rooms, he was the first one. 'Cause you got to think about it. At one time, he was bigger than all these dudes.
Yep.
From Homie the Clown to Living Color to all the movies and everything,
Major
TV
Payne.
shows, he was selling out theaters all over America. And he had little young Alex Thomas over there. That just runs into what we talked about earlier, being around the Wayans family and being around all that shit rubbed off on me. And again, it's like, wow, how did this star that I looked up and looked up to have me open up for him? I must have been doing something right if I ended up around all these people. Because there's no other way it could have happened. That and
Right.
God. That and God. I couldn't pay for that. Anybody would have paid for that money. It just happened. So Damon Wayans,
Okay.
one of them. This is going to be something that people really need to Google and find out. I hope you appreciate that I said this. One of the greatest of all time, his name was George Carlin.
Oh, yeah. George Carlin, for sure.
George Carlin was too real for TV. He was the white version of Richard Pryor.
Richard, yep.
And white people were like, you're just too damn real for us. But he was that fucking funny. There's no way in the world George Carlin shouldn't have had TV shows like, Three's Company or Mork and Mindy or Tool Time or Frasier and all these other hits, or Seinfeld. He was just a little too real for the people. You know what I mean? How many did you need?
4.
Oh, okay.
There's only 4 on there.
Yeah, it's only 4 on there. So we got
2 more.
George Carlin and we got
Damon.
Damon Wayans. 2
I
more.
thought another one. This goes back. I tell you, I'm a student of the game. Marsha Warfield.
Damn, Marshall Warfield.
From Night Court.
Rest in
Marsha
peace, yeah.
Warfield was Tiffany Haddish in 1977. She was just that real black woman. She was black as fuck and funny as hell to this day. I just did an episode with her of the Upshaws, Mike Epps' show, just recently, but still around, still super funny. Remember she was on a huge NBC show back in the day, Night Court.
Night Court, yep.
Yeah. So super funny. One more, huh?
One more.
Yep.
What was the question again?
One more, brother. Stop playing out here, man. You're not slick. I'm on to you, okay?
Use that in a sentence. I'm just gonna go out and say, again, it's got to be obscure because it's all everybody knows.
Correct.
I'm going to say one dude that is absolutely funny. He just happens to be a great friend of mine. His name is John Lovitz.
John Lovitz.
John
yeah.
Lovitz.
Oh, yeah.
He was in the last Happy Gilmore.
Yep.
He's in all the Adam Sandler
Okay,
movies.
just
He's a
maybe hard.
Saturday Night Live legend. And like when I tell you one of the funny, I've been opening up for him for like the last 2 years. Black people really don't know about it because he's the whitest guy on the planet. You look up white guy, it's John Lovitz and it's dog. He has a dog, and the name of his dog is Jerry Brockheimer III. Did you hear me?
Yes.
His dog's name is Jerry Brockheimer III.
That's crazy.
And
That
he's
is
one of
crazy.
the not only is he one of the funniest dudes on the planet, he's a friend of mine. I open up for him, but I never even knew what his stand-up was like until he asked me to open up for him. And when I tell you I go on the road with him, there are white places in this country that I've never heard of. I thought I was a universal black comic. I've gone to rooms with John Lovitz, and the only 2 black people in the building is me and the head of security. Like the youngest, coolest, hippest guy in the room is a 55-year-old white claims adjuster. But for me to go in those super, super white rooms and destroy, I thank John Lovitz for that all the time because this is a level of white that I didn't know I was able to do my shit in.
Yes.
That's
You know what I
dope.
mean? So yeah,
Yes.
John Lovitz.
And
That's
that feels good, man. Thank you
Thank you for
so
having me.
much.
Hold on. Hold on.
You thought the show was
Hold
over.
on. Hold on. You
We're
know
gonna
what?
check
I
me,
wasn't going to
you know?
do it. But you know what? Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Look, what's funny today? All right. I'm going to ask you about 2 comics. You pick one. For whatever reason, it's your pick. Don't care how I feel, and anybody else in this room feels. And then you take a shot of your Starbucks.
Take a what?
A shot of your Starbucks.
I'm about to say, can y'all get me another Starbucks before I leave?
You can get all that.
We can make a
Whatever
phone
you
call.
want.
Please, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
I probably know the answers to this one because I know how you feel about this man. But let's go.
So you're just saying a name and I'm giving you a what?
No, I'm gonna give you 2 comedians.
Oh, at the
and
same
you
time?
Yeah, and you pick one.
And you want me to say what? What
You
I think
pick-
about them? What I...
All you're doing is picking one. Your reason, it doesn't matter.
So just
right?
pick one.
You just pick one.
Okay.
All
No
right.
explanation needed.
Okay.
Unless you really, really want to.
Oh, just a name?
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy.
Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby.
Oh, Richard Pryor, all day. I love them both, but Richard just happened to be my GOAT for 10,000 reasons, and I know you don't have another hour. So, period, point blank, nobody stands close.
Eddie Murphy, Red Fox.
Eddie Murphy, I loved Red Fox, but as a child of the 80s, I never got to see Red Fox's stand-up until this thing called YouTube came around, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't old enough to see, but when I looked back, I was like, oh my God, one of the funniest dudes to ever do it. But for me, my generation, Eddie Murphy.
Dave Chappelle.
You notice I don't just give names. I have to give reasons behind it because I'm not that dude. Just be like,
cool. I
like
like
no,
that.
I
I
want
like
you to
that.
know how I'm doubling down and telling you why.
Yep.
Dave Chappelle or Damon Wayans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a tough one because I'm friends with both. Dave, I came up with, me and Dave both looked up to Damon Wayans. And I'm going to be real. Dave is the same way I feel about what Kevin Hart did to the game. The Daves from my generation. How he just changed the whole landscape on the entire world when it comes to African Americans and our mouthpiece and saying what the fuck we want to say, standing on it in a time where we feel like we're walking on pins and needles. I love what Dave is doing right now as we speak. And that's me. I can tell him that on the phone. We've been friends our entire career. There's pictures floating around the internet. You can go on my page, Instagram, Funny Man Alex Thomas. There's pictures of me, Dave, and Mike Epps walking down the streets in New York in the early 90s. We looked like we were 15 and 16 years old. So I know these guys. But out of the two, I would have to say Dave because what Dave took it to. But I have to say again, we all looked up to Damon. And with Damon and his family, that name Wayans, when you say Wayans, you say comedy.
That's right.
Talking about a blueprint for what has happened in this world we live in the last 40 years. You can't say it without talking about the Wayans family. And I love them. They always kept me employed. Everything they did from their movies to their TV shows, I was always in it, on it, working on it, right, doing something. So,
Bernie Mac or Steve Harvey? Yeah.
Bernie. I love Steve Harvey. I love what Steve Harvey's done for the game. I love Steve Harvey has shown, hey man, talk about a brother getting a check somehow, some way, and continue to stay and just get better and better. Steve Harvey is like fine wine. He just gets better with time. And what I told you earlier in this interview about leading by example, that's what the hell he does. Bernie, one of the rawest, real kind of you keep saying, hate me going back because you touched on so many things. Bernie was one of those guys back when I said I didn't want to say names. He was one of those guys. It was just naturally funny. Don't know a damn thing about Hollywood. Hollywood had not a damn thing to do with why he was so funny. He was just a real nigga that took it from the mud and made something for him and his family, one of the greatest to ever do it. Rest in peace, Bernie Mac.
Rest in peace.
Jamie Foxx or Cedric the Entertainer?
Oh, well, again, you just bringing up all my friends.
Yeah.
I could put all these niggas on FaceTime right now.
I'm trying to
I could put them all
trying
on
to make you
speaker,
messy
nigga.
right now.
I know you're trying so hard to be messy. And I have the
See, I
most
ain't even do that
politically
to you,
correct answers ever. I was just with
Once
Cedric the
again,
Entertainer. I was just with Cedric the
Thanksgiving
Entertainer.
was great. We
Right. Cedric is one of my golf buddies. He loves South Central Country Club.
Shout out to
You remember how they tried to get Michael Jordan on some messy shit? He was like, white people wear Michael Jordans also.
right.
Right.
People love Michael. No, but first of all, Cedric the Entertainer. That was a perfect name for him because he is an entertainer. He's a nigga that came from St. Louis. He was one of those dudes. Remember I talked to you about during them days?
Yeah.
He was one of those dudes that all he had was comedy. And comedy opened up every door for him. And then all the opportunities from being on the Steve Harvey Show, I'm jumping ahead to Kings of Comedy and just showing who he really is with the neighborhood. That nigga took it out of this stratosphere to another level. And now he is on CBS, one of the whitest networks ever, and is incredible. Funny, family man, down to earth.
Facts.
I love that guy.
Shout out.
But it would
Manu.
definitely be Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Last one.
Because Jamie Foxx
Yeah, I see you.
is truly one of the most talented dudes I've ever seen in my life. Not just saying it because he's my friend.
1,000
The
agree.
nigga is beyond a triple threat.
1,000 agreed.
I grew up, Jamie always teases me because I grew up with 2 pianos in the house.
I watched I Might
My mama
Need
and dad-
Security.
huh?
I watched I Might Need Security
Oh.
over.
One of the
over,
funniest
and
guys
over.
ever. When I tell you, he jokes with me because I grew up with 2 pianos in the house. My daddy was with Earth, Wind, and Fire. They tried to force me to play piano. They put a horn in my mouth every year.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
a horn, nigga, fuck that gay shit. Pause on it. A horn is what you blow. They were called Earth, Wind, and Fire. Wind, nigga.
I'm with you.
My dad was the wind. Okay, my daddy, Verdine and Maurice, started Earth, Wind, and Fire. Google it. Google it. I know it was Chicago. And just to let you know I ain't bullshitting. Verdine, Maurice, and my daddy were called the Phoenix Horns. Then they changed it to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was an Earth, Wind, and Fire baby.
Yes.
There's pictures of me in parks when they were
True.
just a band playing. My first time ever smelling weed in my living room when Earth, Wind, and Fire was rehearsing in my living room. So when I say blow, horns, wind, that's what I'm talking about. You notice I'm going to back up everything I say. Yeah, fuck all that other shit. Yeah, but Jay would tease me because I'm like, damn, I wish the fuck I took them piano lessons.
Let me get this last one off.
Yeah.
Let's go Chris Tucker, Cat Williams.
All my friends. Let me get them on a FaceTime. No, but Cat changed the game to just being who he is. I love that dude. I love Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker's one of my peers. We came up together. We got 30 years of stories. If Chris sat right here, he'd give you 2 hours of Alex Thomas stories. I'll give you 3 hours of Chris Tucker stories. But what Cat Williams did stand-up wise, for him to stand in that lane and just be him, that was the funniest thing. I'm happy for him. And I love Chris. The only reason I take Chris Tucker because Chris Tucker's funny and he was able to do what he did iconic-wise when it comes to TV, to films. Yes, we all wish he would have did more, but for what he did do, can't say he didn't make his mark in this business and this game. I think there's a wax figure in the museum of Chris Tucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
It is, yeah.
We're doing our best to close, but I think we made it.
One
I
last
think we
thing. Do you
made
guys
it.
have any more questions?
Yeah, no, I'm
I got a million more.
Let it slide out.
I'm seeing people looking at their notes. Hold up. Let me see.
I mean, fuck, if you want to go here.
We have one more question.
One more before we get out of here.
No, he
Then
like
you
my
gotta go. You gotta go.
asparagus or anchovies.
Give me this because she does have to get out of here.
Okay.
No more than 30 seconds on each. But
Sorry, it's gonna be 45
all
seconds.
right, that's
I'm
cool.
playing with you. I'm playing with you.
I really, you have such experience that I'm interested to hear. You always want to see why people made it, why they got to the level they got to, and I would love to hear your perspective. So how was a Kevin Hart in 30, 45 seconds? In your opinion, what has allowed him to take it to that level?
I have a quick answer for that.
Okay.
Kevin was the first dude to blow up off this thing called social media.
Okay.
Simple as that. He came in at the right time. Facebook was new. You know, Instagram was about to buy. He's just the first to utilize it and blow the fuck up. Simple as that. We didn't have that back then. I'll tell people, nigga, if Instagram was around when I started, nigga, I'd have 192 trillion followers. You know what I'm saying? But he utilized it. He figured out a way to work it, finesse the game, and he did what he did. And he is out of this strategy. He became a businessman. He took advantage of everything this new generation has to offer. And he latched onto it, and there was no turning back.
All right, last one, Dave Chappelle. Same thing. Like, how did he
Dave
get to
Chappelle did
this?
it on brute motherfucking strength of being an incredible comedian. Absolutely Godfather-ish. That nigga's funny. He's incredible. He's not afraid of anything and anybody. He took a leap of faith. He went out on what's that board called when you walk out on the plank?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Is it plank?
Diving
board?
Diving board.
Yeah.
You walk out on the lip, whatever that thing is.
Boardwalk, yeah.
What the, all these people, nobody, is it the plank?
A plank.
I think it's a plank. Yeah, it's a plank.
Yeah, he's out on that plank on his own. He didn't give a fuck what Hollywood is saying about getting canceled, this, that. He's beyond that. Yes, to a certain extent, we all have to kind of still follow the bylaws and whatever, because they will cut you off. And they'll just hire the next nigga that is going to abide, that is going to do what they say. But for him to do what he did, Chappelle is incredible. And I'm proud to say he's my friend. You know what I mean?
Sean's not here. He has an interesting take
Yeah, I was
on
gonna
it.
go there,
That takes it too much. That takes it too far. But did Dave Chappelle get remarkably better as a comedian? I mean, you all get better, I'm sure, over the years. But did he really? He's always been funny to me. But did he take his shit to like?
Yes. What happens is you get to a level of, it's kind of like what we talked. It's so many things we talked about. How I told you about how later on in my life when I realized me telling my stories, it helped me go from here to there. He was already a great storyteller, but now he has the type of patience and cool that like that nigga can get up there and dig in his ear, and people be like, "Oh, you see that nigga dig in his ear?" that nigga said. Like just like anything he says, he has your undivided, utmost attention, and he knows it. He has beyond demanded the attention of the world, and that's what we all want. You know what I mean? That's what we're all striving for. He's there. He's there. He's at a point in his life where he can, like, I want to get to that point. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this is the realest thing I ever said. I really sometimes wish I was the type of nigga that didn't give a fuck. But unfortunately, I give a fuck. Because I kind of have to, because it's just the world we live in. But God, I don't even know what that space is like. To really do this shit and not give a fuck what you or anybody thinks. God, that's got to be some amazing shit.
It's freeing shit.
I still got to care because I like working. You know what I mean? You don't want to rub people the wrong way. I'm not saying kiss ass and be fake. Because that's the last thing I am. You heard me here for whatever 2 hours I've been here. It's just that's the level of wow. I salute you on that one, bro.
I gotta say this though, right? We're in Chicago, and you know we love this comedy space. We have, I feel like, a resurgence of comedy, especially coming out of Chicago, right? Have you paid attention to who's cooking in Chicago? When I talk about,
I only know one.
who you know?
I don't like you talk to an OG like me. I don't really know the new guys, but the only one I know that I like him and he knows me and we've talked before. That's Mojo.
Mojo, right?
I don't know any
Mojo.
other new guys. I just know the OGs.
Okay.
And I know Mojo and I see what he does. I see what he did on social media. It's fucking. I know you fucking lying. And nigga's hilarious. He does the crowd. I love that dude. Funny stuff. But if you ask me about anybody that's new,
Okay, no.
I have
Well,
no
I mean,
clue.
we got Just Niece out here. That's
I heard her name, but I've never seen her act.
She's really cooking.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's dope. I heard her name before.
That's dope. All right, well then, shit, you just fucked my whole question up.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not honest.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
All right, I guess the third time's a charm, y'all. We are officially are going
She's
to
like,
wrap.
I promise we finished now. I was lying 6 minutes ago.
We have always loved you, all of us, coming up, watching you, but more in love with you and your career and your personality and your impact after today's show.
Thank
And
you.
It's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate
Appreciate
it.
you,
I hope
brother.
we did a little something different. I hope you felt, because you've done a lot of interviews in your career. I'm not saying to say this is the
No,
best
you're
interview
right.
you ever
You're
done.
right. You're right.
But we tried to
I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I be
give
honest
you a
with
little
you?
different vibe.
Can I be honest with you?
Yes, you can.
This went even greater than I expected. Because what we talked about earlier,
Yep.
to do this much time, have this much fun, and it just felt organic.
Organic.
And yes, you're right. It wasn't all the other stuff I've already talked about. This was great.
I love it. Thank
Dope.
you so much.
I needed this.
Thank you.
Well,
Beautiful.
This
get
is
that-
therapy for me.
Get in your network and call someone. All right? All this, I'm gonna FaceTime. Call somebody now.
So I just want you to know, niggas
don't
don't. Well, I just want you to know, niggas don't do me favors no more. So you can forget all that shit.
And shout out to my amazing co-host, Media Mind, KB. I'm Mindy B. This is What's Funny Today, where we are always and absolutely sure to tell you, make sure you subscribe. Don't miss these episodes as they drop. Until the next time. Peace.
Peace.